Hello and welcome, my friends. This is Jennifer from Mystic Star. I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today and watching this video. This is going to be my group reading in celebration of the zodiac sign Taurus. Over the past couple of months, I've had a lot of shifting and changing of my readings and the different components that I've brought into play. I really have missed that astrological and tarot relationship that I had started out with, and I wanted to bring that back. And the best way that I felt that I could bring that back is through celebrating the different zodiac signs as they rise in the sky. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to embrace that amazing Taurus energy. And Taurus is going to be in the sky from April 19th to May 20th. And we really do need that grounding energy right now, that very stable energy that Taurus brings with it. So I'm really hoping that people are going to embrace and incorporate this amazing energy into their day and into their lives. The decks that I chose for this reading are the Tarot of the Hidden Realm and then the Enchanted Map Oracle. And like always, there are links below to both these fantastic decks, so should they speak to you, you're able to go out and check them out for yourselves. Now this is a selection reading, and it's a little bit of a different selection reading. So the first group are going to be for my Taurus friends. Now it doesn't matter if this is your sun sign or your moon sign. If you've got that Taurus energy in your astrological charts, this reading, my friends, is for you. Now my other friends, I have two groups for you, two piles that you can choose from. I have my Aventurine group, and I also have my Lapis Lazuli group. So my non-Taurus friends can choose between the two groups in whichever crystal speaks to them. Like always, there are timestamps below, so you can click on that timestamp to get the corresponding reading for you. And I'll see you there. Hello and welcome, my Taurus friends. So if you have a birthday coming up in the next couple of weeks, happy birthday. If this is your moon sign, well, welcome to our reading. This reading is especially for my Taurus friends. All right, without any hesitation, let's get going. What guidance and wisdom can we share with my Taurus friends as the Taurus sign rises in the sky? Okay. All right, let's see what we have here. We're starting off with the Queen of Pentacles. You don't get much more earthy and amazing than that majestic queen. The Queen of Pentacles is that Mother Earth, that nurturing energy. That's very much what we need right now. There's still a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of anxiety about what's happening in and around the world today, in our societies, in our families, in our lives. This amazing Taurus energy, this very stable energy, is really encouraging you to connect back in, to strengthen that stability, strengthen that connection you have with Mother Earth and that amazing grounding energy of this element. This grounding, earthy energy is really going to help restabilize you. Most importantly, nurture and help you come to terms with what's happening. Taurus in itself is what's called a fixed element. That resistance to change, that need for stability, that need to have a very stable and practical lifestyle. We don't really have that right now, So we need to start to bring in that stability and that groundedness. So you're more able to compromise and be a bit flexible. These are elements that, let's be honest, don't usually come very natural to my Taurus friends, and that's okay. We all have areas of strengths, and we all have areas that we struggle with. The important piece is to add in supports as we need to overcome these areas. We can't change the fact that we don't really like change too much. That in itself is a core piece. It's hard to be more flexible when that's something that brings you anxiety. So let's look at how we can start to really embrace this amazing Taurus energy that you really connect with, right? This amazing, very stable, earthy energy. Sorry, my cards are really starting to catch up. Let's put some cards down here. So we have the Ace of Pentacles. Again, we've got that earthy energy. We've got the Life Renewed Fairy, which is also, this is the 20th card in the Major Arcana. This is also known as the Judgment card. That connection to the universe, to those higher vibrational beings, to receive those messages, to receive that guidance that we're looking for. The Fortune Fairy, the 10th card in the Major Arcana. It's also known as the Wheel of Fortune, and that shifting, that evolution. And let's be honest, we need that shift right now. We need that little bit of movement so we have that stability, not only for ourselves, but for us as a society in the global sense. So these 4 cards are really what I'm talking about. We need that stable energy to help us feel more able to tackle what it is we want to and what we need to. That connection in to those higher vibrational beings to receive the messages and directions that will help us move out of this. As we start to progress and as we start to see the shifts come in individually, then as a society and globally, we're going to get out of this tower-esque type situation. However, we still need to work on that. There's pieces and aspects that need to come into play that aren't here right now. We know that because globally we haven't seen that shift. Globally, we haven't connected into the collective consciousness to be able to receive the information we need to progress forward. If at an individual level we are able to receive that individual information to push us forward, the more people who do that, the more collectively we're going to move forward, which brings in that forward progression of that Fortune Fairy. And let's be honest, that shift is really needed. All right, let's keep going. Adding a few more cards here. We have the Three of Pentacles. In this rendition of the Three of Pentacles, it's a little bit harder to see, but the Three of Pentacles is about teamwork. Working with the supportive environment of our physical support team, and then working with that spiritual support team. When you start to work as a team together, that's really when we're going to see that movement forward. Many of us are still having the disconnect and misunderstandings from our spiritual support team, which can be very disheartening and confusing. And the best way to reinforce and to strengthen that communication with our spiritual support team is to continue working on it. The harder and more effort we put in, the more we work with these skills, the more we're going to be able to receive those messages, receive that guidance. We can also tap into the support team on our physical realm so that we can receive that support. And if you don't feel that you've got a lot of support in the physical realm with your spiritual connections, this is a fantastic time to reach out and seek that support. Yes, we do have to have that isolation and social distancing. However, there's a lot of social media and technological advances where we don't need to be in that physical place with people. We can receive their wisdom and guidance through video conferencing and telephone. Using our words, heeding the guidance, that's going to help us. It's going to help with that progression forward, and it's also going to help with this nurturing. The Queen of Pentacles was the first card to jump out, and that Queen is very important. We need to give ourselves that nurturing and support to achieve our goals. When we don't allow ourselves that time, that space and energy, we're missing out on a big part of what it is we're supposed to be learning. We have the Seven of Cups, the 7 deadly sins. That illusion, that uncertainty, really highlights what it is we're feeling, not only individually, but as a collective. We're sitting in a time of uncertainty and not knowing how to go forward. When we're sitting in the 7 of Cups, it's really important that we start to connect in. We do some hard work. We need to make sure we are grounded, because when we are connected into Gaia, when we feel that stability beneath our feet, that's when we're really able to use our natural skills and abilities. We're able to connect in, strengthen them, and utilize them in different ways. We can't move forward in a spiritual aspect when we don't have that stable and grounded connection. When we're feeling this unstable and uncertain energy, we aren't able to move ourselves forward. We need to really work at that grounded energy, making sure we're carrying things like tiger iron or tiger eye, amazing grounding elements that we can carry with us on person. That grounded energy will help to clear our heads. Now, the fun thing about the 7s, it doesn't matter which 7 it is, 7 is a lucky number. So yes, they can be a challenge. However, they're usually a victorious number. So knowing that, we know that with some hard work, we are going to overcome this challenge, and we're going to be very successful. We're going to learn those lessons that we need to learn. And then finally, the 9 of Pentacles. 9s are about all that amazing abundance that you have worked so hard to create in your lives. We have a great foundation to work off of. We've known hard work, we've known challenges, we've overcome them. We need to use those skills and abilities that help us get this far. We're going to need to use them and nurture them in ways that we've never had to before. It's that growth that we're really needing to focus in on right now. It's being flexible, even though flexibility isn't always our strong suit. Now, like I said before, 7s are a lucky number. I didn't count how many cards I drew. I just started asking questions and seeing what cards came out. And during this natural selection, we have 7 cards. We have the 7 of Cups. In angel messages, when you start to see that 7, the angels are telling you, you're on the right path. Keep going. The number 7 is a spirit number. Like I said, it's lucky. So we are needing to move forward. We are able to do this. Believing in ourselves, believing in our abilities, believing in what it is we've achieved will go a long way. We're going to end off on some blessings here. What blessing Woo! They're starting to huck cards already. Can my Taurus friends embrace with the rise of Taurus? Okay, this card almost hit the floor. Spark. We need to use our natural abilities, our gifts in unique ways. Sharing it with others in different ways and manners than we ever have before. These natural abilities, gifts, talents, and most importantly, passions are going to help us with that forward movement. They're going to help us connect in aspects of ourselves that have helped us achieve what it is we've done in our lives and will help us go forward. The mountain really feels like we are facing one of the biggest challenges that we've ever had to face. Some of us, this may be the case, but most of us have lived through wars, famines, plagues. We need to tap into some of our resiliencies that we had in past lives that have helped us face these challenges, face these horrendous pieces and aspects that we need to learn from. Find the light, find that love, learn what it is we need to learn, and help our species evolve to that next level. Magic Stream. This card reminds us that everything is connected, that we're all connected through that universal flow, that consciousness. And I talked about it earlier, that collective consciousness is going to be really helpful in moving ourselves forward. The information we need to combat what we're dealing with is there. We as a collective haven't been able to tap into it. That's going to shift and change as more and more people work at it and are able to tap into this magic stream, to that universal energy, that universal collective consciousness, to gain that insight that we need. Some are already starting to do that, some are almost there, and as I've said, the more people who are connecting in and receiving what it is we need to learn, moving forward on their paths, the more we're going to see that shift happen. And finally, intention. We need to be very intentional and very clear with what it is we want to do, how we want to go forward. That very stable and practical energy needs to be embraced. When we set out our intention to connect in and work on our intuitive skills, we set out that intention to nurture and heal ourselves. We set out that intention to connect into that passion center, sharing it, nurturing ourselves, nurturing others through that amazing, loving creativity. We really start to move ourselves forward. We really start to see different aspects and facets in unique ways. And that's what the Taurus energy wants to bring. That stability in different and creative ways. I want to thank you for spending some time with me today and watching my video. I hope that you found it fun and helpful, and that you're able to gain some insight and direction in what the Taurus energy wants to share with you. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. As you can see, there's so much more coming your way. The best way to stay connected so you don't miss any of this amazing insight and healing is to subscribe to my channel and hit that little red bell so you don't miss a video. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. In some of the tiers, the perks are private readings and healings with myself. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my Taurus friends. Alright, my Aventurine friends, welcome. This reading is especially for you. Now, like always, I have the full 78 cards in the tarot deck and a full oracle deck, so you get the most comprehensive full reading for you. Without further ado, let's see what the cards have to say. What does the Taurus energy wish to share with my Aventurine friends? Alright, some of these cards got very energetic. The first card that hit the table, the Six of Swords. Sixes are about harmony and balance. The Sword, about that truth and knowledge. The Six of Swords talks about that journey, that need to keep moving forward. Let's be honest, most of us would love to move forward. Most of us would love to fast forward what's happening right now. The Six of Swords talks about moving forward and carrying that baggage, carrying what it is we're holding within ourselves, those past experiences, those past pains, moving forward and taking them with us to that next piece. That next piece, thankfully, is usually calmer and more prosperous for us. However, that journey needs to move forward. We have to bear this heavy burden right now. And many of us are feeling that burden. We need to keep moving forward. The next card to hit was the Queen of Pentacles. During this burden, during this time of transition, Taurus energy is being very clear with us that we need to be able to nurture and care for ourselves. The Queen of Pentacles has that Mother Earth energy. And it's no surprise that in the next week we're looking at Earth Day. We're in this amazing Taurus energy, that very stable, very practical, earthy energy. And that practical, earthy energy is going to help give us some stability as we move forward. The Queen reminds us of the importance of grounding ourselves, of connecting in to this amazing energy that is only strengthening at this moment. Gaia is making amazing changes and shifts. We're seeing things happen that have not happened in generations. She is healing faster and doing better than she has in decades. And this rejuvenation and revitalization is really needed right now, not only for her, but for us. Many of us have been moving blindly forward, carrying these heavy burdens, and we're feeling that strain and drain. And how we want to go forward and make this journey more meaningful and more purposeful will be giving ourselves that rejuvenation that we need, that connection in, that nurturing and compassion to ourselves, so that we are able to take a more active role in where it is we're going and what it is we're learning. Now, the card that jumped out so very feverishly was the Ten of Swords. Our burden, those past experiences, those past situations, those past events, those past pains that we're carrying with us in the Six of Swords. We've lived through a lot in this lifetime, and we've lived through even more in past lifetimes. Many of us have seen war. Many of us have seen famine and plagues. We have much to heal and much to learn from. The Ten of Swords reminds us that we have had to literally take up arms and defend ourselves, whether that be from a virus or from foe. Tapping into that knowledge and using it to help strengthen us as we revitalize ourselves, while we rejuvenate and care for ourselves and start to heal some of the wounds that have happened throughout our experiences and our lifetimes. Then we have the Fortune Fairy, the 10th card in the Major Arcana. It's also known as the Wheel of Fortune, and it talks about that shifting, that changing. As more and more people connect in and are able to understand what they've lived through, they're able to connect into the collective consciousness and gain the knowledge that's going to really help the world and our societies move forward. The more we're able to tap into our past experiences and our past knowledge, the more we're able to start to realign ourselves to the path that we're supposed to be on, that is our soul's deeper and true purpose, the more able we are as a collective to tap into the collective consciousness to help society really push and change and move forward. Right now we have that stagnant move. We're slowly, and I mean painstakingly slowly moving forward, because most people are not understanding why this virus hit, why we're having this tower situation. And that's because so many of us were not being active participants in our lives. We had drifted away so far from our soul's true purpose that the universe needed to take a hand and kick us back into the right alignment. And this tower situation is really throwing people for a loop, which is bringing stagnation, because they're sitting and turtling themselves rather than understanding what this time means, how we can start to work on ourselves, how we can align ourselves for that true purpose. Many videos that I have done and many readings I've done, especially at the end of 2019, the beginning of 2020, I had said that this decade is a time for us to really reinforce and create a very stable foundation and structure for that impending evolution. We have an energetic shift coming in the early 2030s, around 2032. This tower situation is helping us clear out what wasn't working, what was causing a false sense of stability. Now we have that ability to really use our knowledge, use those past experiences, tap into the collective knowledge so that we're able to create a very positive, supportive foundation that is going to enable that next evolutionary shift, that next energetic shift. Then we had the Knight of Cups. Knights are that adolescent, no fear energy. The Cups, that intuition and emotion. That intuitional support system is going to be essential for us. Gaining the insight, the direction, and knowledge, not only from those higher vibrational beings, but from the collective consciousness. The Knight lends us his no fear energy. And that's really what we need to be embracing. We shouldn't fear this time, this shift and change. We need to embrace it. We need to nurture it. We need to allow it to grow and flourish. And with him, we have the Page of Cups. The pages are the childlike, innocent energy. Again, we still have the cups. We have the younger sister here to the knight. Pages are that childlike, innocent energy. I just said we shouldn't fear what's happening. We shouldn't fear this transition, this time of change. Rather, we should be embracing it. We should be exploring it. We should have that sense of wonder and awe, because there is going to be such dramatic shifts coming in this decade. And whether it be through something like this tower situation, to these amazing aha moments that you will have on an individual level. These shifts and changes are going to be fantastic. Yes, there is a lot that we're losing right now. I'm not going to deny the pain and suffering that people are feeling right now is not joyous, it's not happy, it's not easy. That sense of loss, that sorrow and heartache is real. Acknowledging it, nurturing ourselves. However, not allowing this pain and heartache to slow us down. We need to keep moving forward. That forward progression is really important. Now we do have a couple pieces here. We have double tens. In angel messages, when you've got that double 10, the angels are telling you it's a time of personal development and spiritual enlightenment. We also have another exciting piece here. We have 10, 11, 12, and 13. When we start to see those natural little progressions forward, those steps forward, we know that we need to keep moving forward. The angels and Taurus are really encouraging us to take those steps forward in your journey, and soon you're going to have a great distance between where you used to be and where you are. Not only will you have that progression forward, you will have controlled progression forward. Right now we've kind of been on this journey that hasn't made sense. There hasn't been connection, there hasn't been fulfillment in it. And we need to find that fulfillment, and we need to embrace that joy that we have. That joy that is within our lives, and those silver linings, knowing that there is more to come. Let's look at some blessings here. What blessing did my Aventurine friends embrace? With the Taurus energy rising. Dragon's Lair. Dragon's Lair really talks about that protection and that support. The dragons have been with us for quite some time, and since 2012 we've seen an influx of this amazing energy. Knowing that they are there supporting us, knowing that they have support themselves from other high vibrational beings, knowing that they've got our backs, and that they are cleansing and clearing the land and working with Gaia to help rejuvenate her, so we too can be rejuvenated. We have that ability to slow down and embrace the energies that the dragons are sharing with Gaia to help clear her, to help heal her. We are a part of Gaia. We're part of her children. And as we are on this earth, we can really bask in and embrace this amazing energy from Gaia and the healing and rejuvenating energy that the dragons and other high vibrational beings are sharing with Gaia right now. And that's really going to be helpful in strengthening our ability to start to stand up and take control of what that path looks like and what we're retaining and learning from our journey. Field of Dreams. Like I just said, we are able to take more control, have more participation in our journey, in our experiences, and what we learn. There are so many more opportunities and possibilities opening up as we are clearing out what isn't working. That false sense of stability is being replaced by very positive and high vibrational energy and aspects that are for our greater good and will help with our progress, with our journey, and what it is we are going to achieve. With this amazing, very functional stability that we have, our opportunities are endless. Intention. Intentions are key. We need to be able to clearly set those intentions. Set the intention for nurturing and healing ourselves. Set that intention to connecting in and using our intuitional skills. The more we set our intentions, the more we work with our skills and our abilities, the more we're going to see those opportunities open, the ability to create abundance, and manifesting those things that we need and want in our lives. Details. We need to be very clear in understanding the different aspects of what we're carrying. We need to understand those contracts and agreements that we have made and what it is we're going to learn and take on in this lifetime. The more we realign ourselves with our soul's journey, our deeper purpose, the more we're going to find that things fall into place. That manifestation occurs quicker and that abundance accrues faster. The universe wants us to be happy because when we're happy, we radiate that unconditional loving energy. And we are able to manifest and create more in our lives. The trick being is that the universe doesn't want us to have a false happiness. The universe wants us to have a true happiness. And that true happiness occurs when we start to understand ourselves and that path that we need to be on. I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today and watching my video. I hope that you found this video fun and helpful, and you're able to gain some insight and direction into what this Taurus energy wants to share with you. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. As you can see here, there is so much more coming your way, my friends. The best way to stay connected so you don't miss any of this amazing insight and healing is to subscribe to my channel and hit that little red bell so you don't miss a video. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. In some of the tiers, the perks are private readings and healings with myself. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my friends. Hello and welcome, my Lapis Lazuli friends. This reading is especially for you. Now, like always, I have the full deck of Oracle cards and Tarot cards, so you get the fullest and most meaningful reading for you. Without further ado, let's see what the cards have to say. What wisdom and insight does the Taurus energy wish to share with my Lapis Lazuli friends? Alright, let's see what we got here. Alright, so we're starting off with the Five of Cups. Fives are always a challenging number in tarot. The cups, that intuition and emotion. The Five of Cups talks about focusing in on things that are not serving you. The original card has a woman mourning the loss of 3 overturned cups. And she's not acknowledging or paying any mind to the 2 very upright cups behind her. We need to shift our focus and our attention from what isn't working to what is, to those positive aspects and abilities in our lives that you find meaning and joy. When you tap into those abilities or use those skills, things seem to fall into place. And it's in those amazing aspects and abilities that you're going to find that direction. You're going to find that that's what the universe wants to show you. The universe has been trying to connect you back into your soul's deeper purpose for that individual journey that we all signed up for before we were incarnated here. We need to really shift our focus onto what is meaningful and what is going to be working in our lives. The Magician, the first card in the Major Arcana, talks about our natural skills and abilities, combining them with those everyday aspects to making miracles happen. Very much connected into what I just said, using those positive, those passion-centered pieces in our lives, that when you tap into them, that's when those miracles and shifts happen. Things fall into line, things make sense, and you enjoy what's happening. You find that fulfillment. And that's really where we need to be focused in on right now. That fulfillment and joy will help to create more abundance in our lives and help us with that shift, that impending shift that not only do we have to do individually, but globally. This Tower-esque situation is not going to change or remove itself until these shifts occur. The Tower will keep striking. The universe will keep kicking us in the butt until we get the message the universe is trying to send. We get the 2 cups that we're missing. And there's your abundance, the 9 of Cups. 9s are all about that abundance, all that you've achieved in your life. That cup, again, we're back to that intuition. That need to connect into our intuition, using our intuitive skills to tap into those skills, those abilities and passions. And most importantly, into our creativity. Our intuitive creativity will take us further than any skill or ability that we have. Because when we're doing an intuitive piece, an intuitive creativity, we are tapping in to the guidance, to our higher vibrational self that truly understands our core skills and our core abilities. The more you're able to tap into that intuitive creativity and incorporate it into every day and every aspect of your lives, the more you're going to see that shift occur. You're going to see that abundance start to come forward again. Because that abundance is very much connected to our skills and our abilities and into what it is we can achieve and what we have achieved. The 3 of Swords, that heartache and pain. Right now, let's be honest, most of us are feeling heartache. We're feeling stuck. Things are occurring. We're losing loved ones. Where people are getting sick. Some of us may be sick ourselves. We need to move past that pain. We need to focus in not on those 3 cups that have turned over, but those amazing 2 cups. And when you look at the 2 of Cups, that card, you're looking at a card of connection. The Two of Cups is the lesser lovers. These two cups are really encouraging you to connect back in to that higher intuition. Focusing in and working on that relationship with your higher self will help strengthen your abilities and skills, will help you to move yourself forward and help you to get away from that heartache, to help you move out of the pain that this Tower situation is causing. The Six of Wands. Sixes are about balance and harmony. And that balance and harmony is very important right now. Making sure that we do keep ourselves in a balanced state. We feel connected, we feel grounded. The Six of Wands is a victory card. It talks about facing our challenges and being victorious. The original card has a man riding a white horse with his laurels and wreaths flowing. There are people cheering him on. He has slayed his proverbial dragon. He has overcome that challenge and he has won. And that's the energy that we really need to bring in to this connection here. To bring in to our skills, to our abilities. We don't want to bring in the heartache because the heartache is a lower vibrational energy that will slow us down. We want to connect into that courage, that determination, and most importantly, that passion. Connects right back into that creativity here. We've got the Nine of Cups. Cups are about that intuitional creativity. The Wands about that passion creativity. You need to unite the intuition and the passion. And that connection and union will bring about that abundance. It goes right back down to those two cups I was originally talking about. Again, we have another union that's really going to be important in your life. The Seven of Wands. Sevens are a bit of a challenge. However, again, they are victorious. The Seven of Wands talks about not backing down. Taking that challenge head on, using your courage, your determination, and fueling it with that inner passion, that inner fire. And that inner fire is going to help dissipate and burn away some of this heartache. Using these energies to your advantage to overcome those challenges. And then finally, the Page of Wands. Pages are that childlike, innocent energy. Again, we're back to that passion. This is a very exciting reading. We've got a lot of fire here and a lot of water. That intuition and that passion are going to take you far. The page encourages us to be able to take this situation and these events and look at them through the lens of that inner child, that curious and inquisitive energy. We need to understand what the universe is trying to direct us to. We need to understand these two cups and how to better incorporate them on an individual level. And the best way to do that is to allow that inner toddler out and have those Two of Cups withstand the toddler inquisition. Asking the questions, really digging down deep, and being open to the information that you're going to receive. Some of it may be challenging to hear, may be something that you need to overcome. And it's not going to be what you want to hear. But it's an important aspect in understanding where it is you need to go, and more importantly, how you're going to be able to get there. Now, I'm big on angel numbers, and we have a hidden angel number. And I like to say that angels, they hide things in plain sight. We need to slow down, and we need to acknowledge what's right in front of us. So, we have 7 cards here. I have the Seven of Wands. So we have double sevens. And angel messages. The angels are telling you, you are on the right track. You need to keep going. The number 7 is a spirit number. It's a lucky number. We need to persevere and keep going. We also have another little bit of a different message. We have 5, 6, and 7. That slow progression forward, those baby steps. Said balance is going to be important. Balance is always important. We're not going to be hyper-focused on this spiritual journey. We need to balance out our physical needs with our spiritual needs. So taking those slow steps forward will help you maintain and sustain the changes and shifts that you want to incorporate into your life, that you need to incorporate into your lives. All right, let's end off on some blessings. What blessing can my Lapis Lazuli friends embrace? With Taurus rising. Rescue. This card talks about the fact that we don't need to be rescued or saved from our current situation. We need to be an active participant in our lives. Rather than trying to be rescued or saved, we need to really take hold of our skills and abilities and be able to make those shifts and changes that you need to on an individual level. If everybody starts to make shifts and changes on an individual level, we're going to see global shifts. We're going to see more and more people being able to tap into the collective consciousness and find the cures and the supports that we need as a global. However, we have to be able to stand up on our own 2 feet. We have to be able to embrace our own skills and our own abilities and align ourselves with that path, embracing those 2 of Cups that we've been ignoring. Movement. We're moving forward. May feel really slow. I won't lie. On a personal level, I feel like we're almost going backwards. We're going so slow. However, that slow progression forward will help with that sustainability of the shifts and changes that we're doing on a personal level. Spark. This talks about the importance of sharing our gifts, sharing our skills and abilities in very unique ways, in ways that we had never thought of before. Like I said, that union of intuitional creativity and passion-based creativity are going to be essential. They're going to bring you that fulfillment and joy. We need to share that energy, that joy, that fulfillment with those around us. Because when we start to exude this amazing high vibrational energy, well, it's a little bit contagious here. It's in some cases more contagious than the virus we're dealing with. But contagious on a high vibrational, joyous sense, rather than the sorrow and pain that the virus we're dealing with is bringing us. Listening. Well, we're not alone. We don't need to be rescued. Do we need support? Do we need guidance? Absolutely. We never signed up for this journey to do it on our own. We signed up with different high vibrational beings, different support systems, our astral family, our astral support system, to create a safety net so that we do understand and we do learn what it is we wanted to in this lifetime. Knowing that, we can tap in and ask for the support that we need. bearing in mind that many of the high vibrational beings are very aware of what it is our plan says. They're not going to rescue us and give us the answers, because some of the answers we're looking for are part of why we're here. However, we can ask for that support, we can ask for that nurturing and that guidance. They are always there. There is zero communication problems between them and us. We just don't understand some of the messages because they're easy to miss that they're leaving for us. I want to thank you guys so much for spending time with me today and watching my video. I hope that you found this video fun and helpful, and you're able to gain some insight and direction into what the Taurus energy wants to share with you. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. As you can see here, there is so much more coming your way. The best way to stay connected so you don't miss any of this amazing healing and guidance is to subscribe to my channel and hit that little red bell so you don't miss a video. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. In some of the tiers, the perks are private readings and healings with myself. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out. Until tomorrow, my friends.